Hello, this is Amit Kumar Mehta, and today we'll be discussing a very important topic, that is the art of public speaking. This is Unit 7 of your Managerial Skill Development paper, Semester 1, and this paper is very important. This topic is very important for any budding manager, and that is why it is provided as a paper in your Semester 1. Because for any manager to grow up in life, for any leader to grow up inside a company, inside of your business, to bring a lot of sales, to influence people, you have to become a very good public speaker. And if you are not a very good public speaker, you will not be able to impress people, you will not be able to grow up in your life, you will not be able to grow in your company. So this paper is very important. This presentation is very important. Stay with me as I guide you through the entire presentation and tell you how you can become a very good speaker. Now, you would have attended so many meetings. Recall this kind of a scenario where in a meeting somebody is giving a presentation, your boss is giving a presentation, some senior resource is giving a presentation, but people are absolutely not liking it. They are totally turned off. They have gone into their mobiles and they are thinking out of the particular room. They are not inside that room. They are physically present, but mentally they are out of that particular room. You would have felt that with so many teachers. You would have felt that with so many speakers. You would have attended so many such meetings where you actually feel left out, where you feel the teacher, the speaker is not communicating to you. There is no value in this particular meeting and you feel like dropping out. You feel like moving out of the room. So how do you ensure? Because as a manager, you will have to interact, you will have to speak at many such opportunities, and you will have to impress people. You will have to ensure that your message is listened to by everybody. So how do we draft our communication? How do we improve our communication skills so that everybody listens, and whatever your target as a manager is, to influence people, to impress them, to motivate them, to charge them up, whatever your target is, you achieve your targets. So don't become this kind of a speaker who puts people to sleep, but become a manager, become a leader who puts people, who energizes people. And how do we do that? That is what the content of this particular video is. Now, if you compare the top fears across the world, public speaking comes at number 2. People fear death less than public speaking. People fear public speaking is a bigger fear compared to death. People would rather die than speak on a stage. So if you are one of the persons who feels threatened when rising on a stage, when giving a particular presentation, when giving a particular public speaking engagement, do not fear, because you are not alone. 75% is the number. 75% of the people hate public speaking. They would rather die. They would be rather, if they had an option, they would choose death over public speaking. And that is how fearful it is. And we, in this particular video, will be trying to help you so that you as a manager, you as an individual, start sounding sophisticated in such occasions. Now, the fear of public speaking is called glossophobia. And glossophobia, when you have glossophobia, you will start sweating, you will start shivering, your voice will start shivering, you will start blanking out, your brain will have no idea what exactly is to be spoken. You will be hearing a lot of popping in your heart will start beating very fast, and you will not be able to concentrate, and you will have a quivering voice. Your voice will start shaking and quivering, and because of all these things, you will not feel like going to the stage, handing that particular mic in your hand and giving a particular speech. And that is glossophobia for you. So I told you in the earlier slide that 75% of individuals across the world face this particular problem. Now, why is it important that you start speaking? You can manage your life even without speaking. Why is it important as a manager, as an individual, that you start speaking? Speaking opportunities or public speaking can be done for various of these reasons. You are there to inform about a particular mandate that has come from the senior management. There is a particular information has to be passed to some people. You have to educate some people. You have to educate your juniors what is the right way of doing business. You have to engage with your customers. You have to impress your customers. Suppose that is the requirement. You have to inspire your juniors. You have to inspire your juniors so that they can work and get the targets done. You can persuade some of your customers to buy your product. You can persuade your employees to choose a difficult project. You can persuade your family members to do. So there are various reasons why speaking is very, very important. Some of the speakers you can entertain through your particular, there are some opportunities at public speaking where you can entertain your audiences. There is a social influence attached to it. If you are a good speaker, you will have a great amount of influence. You will be asked for at various forums to give a speech, to give your narrative, and you will have a lot of fan following if you can speak properly. And let me tell you, it's very fundamental to your industry and to your career. If you want to grow fast inside a company, if you want to become that particular C-level executive, if you want to grow higher in your life and in your career, in your industry, you have to know public speaking. And that is why this particular topic is very, very important, and that is why you need to speak. Inside of an organization, inside of your particular business, you can promote your business properly if you can speak well. If you can verbalize your ideas, whatever ideas are there inside your brain, you can verbalize it in a very, very efficient way. If you can speak properly, you can motivate your employees. I told you, you can persuade them, you can inspire them, you can charge them up, you can influence your customers, and because of this influencing, your customers will buy more of your products. They will buy 10 instead of one product if you are able to give a good public speaking opportunity, a good public speech. You can get a promotion because of it. Many of the times, when whatever you have done in a particular year, in most of the companies, you have to give a presentation on that. And if your bosses like that particular presentation, your promotion depends on it. So public speaking is very, very important. I hope I have convinced you that public speaking is very, very important. Now let us try to find out how we can improve that particular skill. Now, what are the other benefits of public speaking? It opens new opportunities. It helps you in career advancements. It clears competition. Suppose there are 10 people fighting for one promotion. In your company, there is a particular profile which has become vacant, and 10 people are fighting for that particular promotion. Now, if you are a good public speaker, if you can give good presentation during your interview and during any such public speaking engagement, then you will clear the competition. You will kill all your competition. You will be promoted to the next level because you have good knowledge of public speaking. It can help you improve your faster, sales cycle. It can improve your sales. If you want to sell it to multiple number of people, at one singular point, you can call all the people to one singular point, to a particular presentation of yours, and give a presentation to 100 people at one time, and you can sell more. There are speaking challenges. There is credibility and loyalty. When you can speak properly with conviction, with passion, people will start following you. People will feel you are a credible person, you are a loyal person. You can train others inside the company, in your company, or wherever that opportunity is. You can train others with that particular profile. And for a leadership role, the best part is, for a leadership role, you have to have the knack of good public speaking. Now, the success of your presentation will be judged not by your knowledge. It is not by your knowledge that you will be judged, but what the listener receives. That is a quote given by Lily Waters, that you have to not just focus on the knowledge, but you have to also focus on your listener. What exactly is he looking for? What is his need? What is his expectation? If you can address both of these, the need and expectation of your listener, the need and expectation of your audience, you will become an amazing speaker. You will become an amazing public speaker, and you will cast a very good impression among them. Now, research has proved that people stop listening to a speaker within 5 minutes. Yes, within 5 minutes, people will stop listening to you if they cannot establish what's in it for them. WIIFM is what's in it for me. If the listener cannot understand, if the audience cannot understand what is the value I am going to get from listening to this particular speaker, they will sign off. And it will just take them 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, your credibility as a speaker will be tested. And either they will be listening to you or not listening to you. So these 5 minutes are very crucial. The initial 5 minutes are very, very crucial. And that is why you have to ensure that you become an engaging, influencing, and charismatic speaker. And how to do that? Aristotle gave 3 parts of persuasion process. He talked about ethos, logos, and pathos. He said that whenever a person speaks, Greece was the first country where public speaking kind of originated in Greece. People used to stand on a dais and give a speech, and Aristotle gave the formula for any kind of a good presenter. He said there should be ethos, logos, and pathos included in the particular speech. Only then people will listen to you. So, what is ethos, logos, and pathos? Ethos is credibility of the speaker. How credible are you? What is your experience? Why are you talking on this particular topic? How much do you know about this particular topic? Are you an expert so that we can listen to you? That is the ethos part. The logos part is the logic behind the speaker's word. What is your logic? Is that logic clear to you? Is that logic, can you convince that logic to me? Can you sell me that logic? If I am able to buy that logic, I will listen to you. If your logic is not clear to me, it is having a problem with my understanding, then I will not listen to you. Logos is important, and pathos is also important. Pathos is emotional appeal of your message. Whatever you are conveying on the stage, whatever your message is, does it hit me emotionally? Does it have value for me? Will I stand to gain out of it? Will it make me happy, sad, angry, or something of that sort? That is emotional appeal. If you can charge me up, I will do whatever you want to do. So if you remember in the earlier times, when the Rajas and Maharajas, the emperors used to go on a fight, they used to motivate through public speak their soldiers. And if their particular content, if their particular speech content ethos, logos, and pathos, they could inspire the warriors, they could inspire their army men to fight the battle for them, to win the battle for them. That was so important at that point of time. Now this video is getting longer. We'll be talking about more about this particular topic of public speaking in part 2 of this video. Keep watching. Thank you so much.